Are you a new YouTuber or someone in general interested in growing with YouTube and struggling to get views and subscribers? I have been in your shoes, but recently I was able to achieve 22,000 plus subscribers for my newly formed channel in around 30 days. And in this video, I'll be breaking down the process that I followed to accomplish this growth without any specific prior experience. The video will comprise of these following 6 sections. You can opt to go to any specific section if you want. However, I would recommend that you follow the flow of the video in order to better understand the process and the narrative. I'll be trying to keep this video as precise and honest as possible so that it can have value for you, the viewer. I also understand that a large portion of the viewer base of this channel is Hindi speaking. So if need be, I'm happy to upload a Hindi variant of this video as well. So without any further ado, let's dive into it.
Bhakti hi Shakti.
Intro about me and the channel. Before we get into the video itself, I would like to give you a brief introduction about me and the motivation behind this channel. As shown by the images on your screen right now, I'm currently working as a product manager with Microsoft and have been associated with the product management discipline for multiple years now. I'll share links to the showed assets on the screen in the description of this video so that you can look at them later. As far as the motivation behind this video goes, it was basically a bi-part motive. So first of all, as is evident by the name of the channel, this is a channel Bhakti Hi Shakti, which is devoted to devotional songs, bhajans, videos, and other assets. So the first motive was basically for personal consumption of these assets, songs, bhajans by me and my family. And the second motive was basically being a PM with Microsoft. I wanted to see if I could leverage my knowledge of AI to grow a faceless AI forward YouTube channel within a specified period of time. And with that out of the way, let's jump into the content of this video, shall we? Channel setup. With the introduction about me and the motivation about this channel out of the way, I like to quickly show you the settings for this channel and also share some basic details that went into setting up this channel. First of all, I started this channel using a newly created email ID, which I created around mid-November 2025. I have seen and heard a lot of YouTube channels and creators mention that you need an old email ID to be successful on YouTube and be proximate to the algorithm, but that was not the case for me. And given that I have been able to grow this channel to a subscriber count of 22,000 users, I think that's not also applicable in general, in the general case for other YouTube creators and audiences as well. In terms of the settings for this channel, I had provided basic information around my country of residence and certain keywords which were pivoted around the theme of this channel, which is basically devotional songs, bhajans, and other assets. In terms of advanced settings, I had essentially mentioned that this is not intended for kids because I wanted broader outreach for my channel. I did link a couple of Google Ads accounts for the purpose of promotions, which we'll cover in the latter part of this video. And settings like automatic captions, automatic dubbing, internet-based ads were disabled, while allowing users to clip content, having video quality enhancement, so on and so forth. I'd also disabled this specific setting around allowing third-party companies to train AI models using my channel content, just for your context. In terms of feature eligibility, you already start out with standard features being available. You can then have availability of intermediate features for which you need to verify your phone number. I would strongly recommend that you do verify your phone number and have these intermediate features available because they give you the ability to have custom thumbnails, a video longer than 15 minutes, so on and so forth. Advanced features, you can either go ahead by uploading a short video of yourself, which serves as proof, or giving a video proof of one of the documents that you have, or letting your channel accumulate a certain amount of channel history. I did upload one of my ID proofs in order to get access to the advanced features from the get-go itself. But if you want, you can wait to get the advanced features when your channel has built enough content creation history. So that is about the channel setup. Videos versus shorts. As a content creator, the one of the first and fundamental questions that you will be faced with is what is the type of content that you want to create? And as of now, YouTube offers two types of contents that any creator can go ahead and sort of leverage. So first one is your long form videos, which are your vanilla long form videos that YouTube has supported for a long period of time. And the other type of content is basically shorts. So you would have seen these being used a lot more in other social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, so on and so forth. As the name implies, these are typically shorter in duration versus your long form videos. They are less durable, more for consumption on mobile devices, so on and so forth, right? So when I started out my journey for YouTube content creation with no specific prior experience, I was also sort of faced with this dilemma of whether I should create more videos or whether I should create more shorts in order to grow my channel. And initially, I actually started out by creating a lot more shorts because, again, by virtue of exposure to other social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok, I did have an inclination towards shorts, and shorts are also more gratifying in the sense that you get an immediate burst of views when you post a short. It sort of climbs better, climbs higher, right? So they feel a lot more gratifying and rewarding in that sense. Um, However, I would definitely say that shorts, in my opinion, are a bit more inconsistent. And what I mean by that is, let's take an example. So, this is one of the shorts that I had uploaded recently. And with shorts, what I have seen is, at least as a small content creator, what I have seen is that they will sort of gain a burst of views initially, and then it'll sort of die down. So for this specific shot, as you can see that I had this sort of spike in views, and I sort of reached around 5,907 views, and then after that it sort of platted out. So it does not get any more views, and it'll stay platted out for weeks and weeks and weeks, right? However, it's also, I would say, unpredictable in terms of which short will do well and which will not. So, for instance, if you look at my collection of shorts that I have published here, you'll see a lot of them are under 1,000 views. Some of them sort of breach that 1,000 view benchmark, and then one specific short was really viral, well received, and I got around 193K views on it. And then I've tried replicating it, like using the similar theme around it, and they have also done better than the average, right? Shorts of so in summary, shorts are basically really good if you want to get a burst of views and if you want to have a broader outreach, but they're not consistent. They are not durable in the sense that at least I've not seen them accumulate views over a long period of time. They tend to fizzle out. But like, keep in mind these attributes of shorts, and these will be helpful when we talk about the promotion section next. On the other hand, when we're talking about long form videos, as you can see, the long form videos that I have posted on this channel are typically comprising of three categories. So one were videos which were introductions to specific gods and goddesses, the four ones that you see here at the bottom. Then you had basically Hindu mythology tales generated using a combination of AI and video editing, which is this one. And then you have, again, devotional bhajans and songs, which are the last three ones that I had published. Now, looking at the performance of videos in general, again, videos akin to shorts have a tendency of initially having a burst of views, and then they also gradually slow down, but they do not die out. So, as opposed to short, the short that I've shown here, you would see that the views will sort of die out again, depending on how much engagement that short generated. However, videos tend to be a lot more durable in the sense that they tend to generate views over a longer period of time. And views, again, as you would have heard people say, is a combination of how many impressions your video is getting. So typically, initially in the testing phases, we get a burst of impressions from our subscribers and audiences as the algorithm pushes the video out. And then these impressions sort of slow down, and hence consequently the views also go down, contingent on metrics of impressions, click-through rate, and the engagement metric of average view duration. However, you will see that the impressions never die down fully, as opposed to the shot that I had there. You keep getting, or you keep accumulating impressions over time, and given you have a impression click-through rate, you also keep generating views. In that sense, these are more durable, these are more consistent, and they can also sort of get you watch hours, which can help you meet the monetization requirement, right? So in summary, if I were to mention, shorts are basically better if you are trying to get a burst of views and reach out to a broader audience. And if you want to play the longer game, and if you want something more durable, which is more consistent, then your go-to thing is long form videos. Now it depends on what niche or what topic you are catering to and what content type is better. So you should, based on these pros and cons, you should sort of adapt or latch to that specific content type. But in the next section, I'll be talking about how you can leverage the advantages of both these different content types to synergistically boost the outreach of your channel. Running promotion ads. Let's next talk about leveraging promotions and ads for growing your channel and increasing your viewership. To look at promotions, you can basically go to the promotions tab in your channel management page, and you can see your list of active promotions, any other promotions that you may have started and paused, as well as new promotions that you can go ahead and create. One query that I would like to address upfront is, I've heard a lot of people say that promotions may be counterproductive to the organic growth of their channel. I've not found that to be the case. And in general, for any such queries, the best resource to leverage, based on my experience and in general from the experience of being a product manager with a big tech company, is the Ask Studio resource that you have within your YouTube channel management page. So you can go ahead and basically ask it this question, and as shown by the image currently on the channel, you see that it explicitly calls out the fact that the engine that is used for organically recommending videos, as well as the ads or promotions engine, are two separate entities. So they don't interact with each other, and hence running promotions or ads does not have a negative impact on the organic viewership or organic growth of your channel. You can also see this specific separation between organic viewership of your videos and paid viewership of your videos if you go into the video analytics page. Let's take an example. So I have this short that I published recently. If you go into the analytics section of any of your videos or shorts, you can basically click on see more. If you click on see more, it basically takes you to a deep dive section of that specific short of video in terms of the metrics that you're tracking for that one. And within this, what you want to select is, under breakdown, you want to select organic and paid traffic. And within the first drop down, you want to change this to since uploaded lifetime. Now, what this does is it basically shows you how much traffic that specific piece of content has generated over different days, split by paid traffic versus organic traffic. And you can see these are two very different numbers. They do not interact with one another, or they do not compete with one another. So the understanding is you can safely run promotions and ads without worrying about the organic growth of your channel. Now, heading back into the process about promotions and ads, one thing that I would like to say upfront and would re-emphasize very strongly is that having no subscribers is better than having the wrong subscribers. And why do I say so? Is because whenever you publish any video, the first audience that video is pushed out to is your subscribers. And if in general your content or the things that you're publishing are not resonating with your subscriber base, then your videos are more likely to not be successful, right? So you do want the right subscribers, and promotions can help you do that. Like you can see, I have a couple of promotions already running, and I've tinkered around with a couple of different type of promotions. I've redacted the numbers out of here for the sake of privacy. But what you can do is, if you click on a new promotion, you can basically try starting a new video promotion. In order to do so, you need to have a Google Ads account linked to your YouTube channel, like you saw when I was showing the channel setup. It's a relatively straightforward process. You can do it in a couple of minutes, so it should not be too difficult. When you're starting the ad, the most important thing to keep in mind is what is the goal of the outcome that you're trying to get out of that ad, right? And currently we support, or you can basically get three types of ads when you're trying to leverage promotions within YouTube. So the first kind of ads that you have is audience growth. This is the one that we will be primarily using when you want to grow subscribers. The other one is video views. Now, this is if you really want to publish or push out a specific video because it comprises of a message that you want to democratize, and you can use this one. And the last one is website visits. Now, this one is very interesting. This can have value for both marketing and also, I would say, leveraging some of your short form content into funneling views into your long form content, but we'll get to that later. So let's say audience growth. This is the one that you're going after. You hit on next. You can change the type of video that you're going to show in order to grow your audience. And now this is where my quote comes in handy. Like, you want the right subscribers. So you want to pitch the content that is representative of what your channel stands for. And secondly, you want to pitch a content that you know has a good enough click-through rate and average view duration. That way there is likelihood of people actually converting to subscribers when they watch it. And you can again use Ask Studio within YouTube to see if it can recommend a video to you for running ads or promotions on top of. So once you have seen, or once you have decided which video you want to select for promotions, so for instance, I'm choosing this specific video. What you can do is you can hit next. And now this is the very important part that I see a lot of people skipping out when they're building promotions or ads. So you want to be really, I would say, opinionated, and you want to be really specific about what you're filling in this specific section. So for instance, for this video, since it's basically a Hindi bhajan, I would want to target people who are belonging to Hindi speaking geographies, and also people who in general speak Hindi, right? So you want to choose the countries in this specific box accurately based on the criteria that you have. Depending on whether it's an EU political ad, you want to select yes or no. Most likely it's not going to be an EU political ad, so you want to select no here. And when you are going into advanced targeting, again, you want to be very cautious here as well. You want to choose the right gender, you want to choose the right demographic, and you also want to choose the right interest as well as languages. So for instance, I mentioned, hey, this is a video which is a Hindi bhajan, so you can choose Hindi here. And you can also specify proximate vernacular languages, like you can say Gujarati and stuff like that, right? One other thing that you want to be cognizant about is you do not need to guess about what metrics you want to, or what should be the characteristics of your target audience for a promotion or an ad. What you can simply do is you can go into your channel analytics and you can see whether your current audience is skewed toward a specific gender, what is the demographic of that audience, and based on that you can choose what is it that you want to have for your ad, for instance, right? So you want to be very, I would say, you want to be very specific, you want to be very opinionated, you want to be very cautious when you are going ahead and setting this up. This is quite important. Once you have this set up, you can set the budget, and based on that, it'll give you a projection of the views and the impressions that you'll get. So you can go ahead here, you can choose a budget in the currency of your choice, and then you can get estimated views and estimated impressions, and based on that, you can go forward. So this was only one type of promotion or ad that you can run. You also have video views and website visits. Video views is very similar to audience growth. The only difference is that your promoted video will also be shown as an ad in between other videos that people may be viewing in order to get more views. I've typically found audience growth to be more effective if you're wanting to get subscribers. The last type of promotional ad that you can run is website visits, and this one is very interesting. Like, it's basically a classic marketing tactic that you can use here. So if you go to website visits, what you can do is you can have a video that you're going to use as your base promotional video. So for instance, here I can choose this specific video, which is a short video. And instead of going after subscribers, what you can do is you can have a button at the bottom of that promotional video clicking on which can do a specific action. So you can use this to either take people to your website, you can use it to take them to an let's say item that you may be selling on any e-commerce website. You can use it to also take users to a long form video that you may have created. So for instance, what I did in one of my promotions was I created a short which was like a teaser to a long form video, and I ran this promotion on the short, and the landing page was essentially a long form video. So anyone who would see the short would be nudged to look at the long form video, and if they clicked on the button, they would go and see the long form video, and it would contribute views towards the long form video. So you can actually use this as a tactic to funnel users using a promotional short into your long form video. And this also ties back to our discussion around shorts versus videos, wherein you want to use shorts for promotions because they tend to give you a burst of views, they tend to have more outreach, they tend to be in general more democratizable versus long form videos, and you want to use shorts as a way of driving views to your long form video. So that is basically a quick rundown of running promotional ads. If any of you have any questions about this one, you can share them in the comments of the video and I'll be happy to answer them later. Channel posts, post publishing. So for the second last section of this video, I would like to talk a bit more about channel posts and how I have found them a useful vehicle for driving views and engagement with my long form videos specifically. And I've not seen people use these a lot, but I found them really beneficial. So if you're viewing this channel and you're viewing this specific video and you have made it thus far in the video, I would definitely recommend using channel posts, and I'll mention how I'm currently using them or how I'm leveraging them to drive views to my long form videos primarily. So as far as posts go, what you can do is if you want to create one, you can go under create and you have a create post option. You can click on top of that, and what it then does is it basically takes you onto the posts tab on your channel with an empty composition message. So you can basically type some text here and you can choose from one of 5 different post options: image, poll, so on and so forth. The visibility is set to public by default, so you want to be careful when you're basically posting them or schedule posting them. So what I go about with channel posts is, like you can see, I have different channel posts. So whenever I post out a video, a long form video, I actually go ahead and make a channel post for that specific video, and I link or an add a link to that video on top of the post, and I mention that hey, a new video is out. I give a basic intro about it, and typically I go ahead and make image type a channel post. These ones they allow you to upload 10 different images to give a sneak peek of the video, and this is very helpful because what happens is this post gets pushed to all your subscribers, and even if they have, let's say, either ignored an impression of your video or have not yet received an impression of their video, they can stumble upon the post and they can then go ahead and interact with it, comment on it, like it, and most importantly, go and watch the video. So that will contribute views and watch time and average view duration, so on and so forth, to your video as well. I typically do this, like I mentioned, after publishing each video. So that is what I would recommend people to do in order to ensure that your videos are getting the most reach and most visibility they can. And specifically for channel posts, you can actually go ahead in your channel, manage channel tab, and under that you have this post option. You can go here and view what all different posts you have already made publicly available. When did you publish them? Any comments, if your subscribers or users have added any comments to the post, and also the reception to the post in terms of likes and response rates, so on and so forth. So that's about basically leveraging channel posts as a means of growing your channel. Outro, summary, and other information. So if you have made it thus far in the video, first of all, thank you for sticking around. I hope you found the content that I shared in the previous sections helpful and also applicable to the YouTube journey that you have been doing. One thing I would again emphasize is each channel, each intent is different. So they are not the same, and hence you want to be very cautious about how you're applying these methods, because it may not be a one size fits all solution. For instance, it may not be that, hey, you do what I did and you get the same results. You may have to tweak it, but what you can do is basically leverage the learnings that I'm sharing and use that as a way of getting impact for your channel as well. I'll quickly summarize what we discussed in this video thus far. So, first of all, again, about me working as a PM with Microsoft, and the motivation behind this channel was primarily for personal consumption, as well as seeing if I can use my AI learnings to build an AI forward faceless channel and see it grow. We also talked about a couple of strategies that I basically used in order to grow this channel, and also gave information about the channel setup in the sense that this is a relatively nascent channel. So I started around mid-November using a newly created email ID. So I was not using an older email ID. So it's not like having a newly created email ID hampered the growth of this channel. So that is something I want people to be aware about. In terms of the strategies that I mentioned, we talked about a couple of different strategies. So the first one that we talked about was shorts versus videos. So when do you want to use shorts and when you want to use long form videos? That was the first thing we talked about. Then we basically touched a bit upon running promotional ads as well. Like, how do you want to go about running these promotional ads and helping and using them as a way of growing your channel? What are the different types of promotional ads that we have, and how do you want to approach promotions in general? And one thing to keep in mind, as I have emphasized again and again, is that having no subscriber is better than having the wrong subscriber. So when you're setting up any promotions or ads, you want to be very intentional about, one, what is the intent behind setting up that promotion or ad. Second, who is the target audience, and you want to be very specific about specifying them. And third, what is the budget or the time you want to run that ad for to ensure that you're getting the impact that you want out of it. And lastly, we also talked a bit about posts. So how do you want to leverage channel posts as a way of boosting your the discoverability of your long form videos and your shorts. And with channel posts, what you can do, what I typically do is I typically publish out a channel post as soon as my video is published. However, what you can do is you can wait for the video to accomplish its initial sprint of growth, and once it stagnates out, then you can go ahead and use the post as a way to boost its views and impressions again. And finally, what I would like to also mention is, like I mentioned, this specific channel has been more like a side hustle, a side hobby. This is not my full-time job that I'm pursuing, but the intent is that I want to continue consistently uploading on this channel and see how far I can take it as a monetized channel and have it also yield some dividends. And beyond that, I'm also looking out for if any channels, be it small or larger ones, if they're looking out for collaborations regarding the content that I'm publishing on this channel, which is devotional songs, bhajans, videos, or assets. So if you are, let's say, creating content which belongs to this genre or this belongs to this niche and you would like to collaborate, I would be very open to that. So feel free to reach out to me either via comments on this video and also in the community. And finally, I'm very well aware about the viewer base of this channel being sizably Hindi speaking audience. So if you want a variant of this video which is in Hindi language end to end, I'm happy to upload that. So just mention that in the comments and I'll look out for that. So I think that's it. That's it from my side. It was great making this video. It was great walking and reliving this journey, and I'm hopeful that the channel can continue growing with all of your support. And I hope you find it useful. Do share your inputs via likes, subscribes, comments, and shares. And I will see you all next time. Bhakti hi Shakti.